Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's get ready for this live chat. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe right now. Come on in. Hello everyone. Hello. Welcome to Formula EOSBM. I am Marchel'e. Sorry about my tardiness, but this on the road thing has its own challenges. So I want to say good evening to everybody on this Sunday evening. How has everybody's week been? Mine has been eventful. I'm still in Cleveland visiting family, but that's all coming to it. Ian, good evening, Letitia. Yes, good evening. Yes, it is showtime now. It is showtime. Miss Eyes, this is so necessary for first time daters. I would like to talk about where out on the town are we wearing these looks to? Bowling, dinner, and a movie, the park, museum. Yes, I'm in agreement with that. I definitely feel like you need to know where you're going so you know what to wear for that particular date as well. Yes, dinner dates. If she wants what? Dinner dates or the park. Yes. Hello, Letitia. Yes. So welcome everybody. Come on in. How was your week? How was your weekend? Let's give our shout out to our sponsors, of course. Let's go right into it. We want to say what's up to Seychelles Clothing. Seychelles Clothing is a women's fashion travel brand where it is summer year round, carrying sizes small through 3X. Let's today hit the jewelry and accessories tab. We don't necessarily always go to the jewelry and accessories tab, so let's see how we can elevate a look. We all know styling is about, what shoes you wear with something, what necklace you're wearing with it, what earrings you're wearing with something. It makes your whole outfit stand out. Even if you buy something right off the racks, if you start accessorizing, you will be able to style your own look. Let's hit the WS Ballers purse. This is great. Again, it has the orange, silver, black with the black stripes, black with the silver stripes for $74.99. So when you take time, just go ahead and go through the Seychelles Clothing tab for accessories and see what you have popping up. So now that we've done that, I want to say, how has your all weekend been? What all have you done? What did you do this week? What have you done this weekend? So I had the opportunity to go to a fashion show, the Art of Style Fashion Ball. Leah will be on. Tonight we talk about days. So I'm still talking about my weekend. So I kind of just want to let you all know what I was doing. So I'm just going to share a few frames from there. So what all have you all been doing? So I did a fashion show. I've been doing a few other things while I'm here. Let me go ahead and show you all some of what's been going on with me. So as I said, I was able to attend a fashion show this weekend.
About me would make you think that I care about your opinion of me. Your opinion of me is not the opinion that I have of myself. You ain't make me, so you can't break me. You didn't build me, so you can't kill me. You know what? God established me, so you ain't nothing you can do to me. I've been him. I've been a difference maker, a game changer. I've been that guy. Look at me.
Look at me. So I decided to wear a blazer dress. It has like the feather skirts. This is one piece. I accessorized it with a Gucci belt. I kept my jewelry simple. If you ever see me, for the most part, I'm wearing jewelry all the time. I really shower with it, sleep in it. I keep it on. My Seychelles clothing, glasses. I did a red lip to pop up the red bottoms that I wore. My YSL Saint Laurent envelope bag. I kept it real chic, real chic. The ladies came out with me. They had the bumblebee vibe going on with the yellow and the black and the cognac skirt. Yes, this was one of my favorite scenes from the show. I love a good pattern, black and white with a pop of color. You know, red and black and white always hits the scene. The yellow was a different vibe. This is one of my favorite. This was my favorite scene of the show. Just the girls flicking it up again. Here is Leah. Leah will be on shortly in just a few. And the girls, we did another little flick. Let me see. I tried to do a couple.
The girl them skill arty. Thunderball. Some give it to, some give it to, some give it to our girls. 5 million and 40 naughty shorty. Baby girl, all my girls, all my girls. Thunderball.
So there was my little, those were my highlights. If you haven't already, be sure to follow Style by Marchel'e on all social media platforms. So let's get into it. Yes, you love the reels. Yes, you did a great show. So let's go ahead and invite my panel on. One second. Y'all still didn't tell me what y'all been doing this weekend. Y'all still didn't tell me. So for a date, so there's the link. So Miss Ice and Leah, when you are ready to join, we are ready to get the conversation started. So for a date, what do you wear on a date? I feel like your closet gets tossed all around. You have clothes all over the bed, stuff all over the floor. You have no idea what to wear. For me, again, I like a nice little red lip, nice little animal print, throw it on and keep it moving. Okay, Leah says your device is disconnected. You might want to try log off and come right back on. A nice little, okay, there it is. Okay. Hi.
Hey,
How are,
everybody.
how are you? Okay, now I look like I need to move over again.
Cannot complain.
Okay, well, good. So I was just talking about my look and kind of like what I will wear. Kind of explain what I have on, like the little cheetah print or like a leopard, anything animal print. It was so funny with Dwayne. He never liked animal print. He liked a little bit of it, like a scarf of it or something. But he like, nah, that's too much. Just don't even put on any kind of animal print. He just wasn't feeling any kind of animal print. So, what's your take on animal print and wearing it on a first date?
Um, it just depends on what it is. Like I have on a one piece jumper, and I like to break stuff up. Like I really personally don't like a full leopard that's just it to make an earring or whatever. So I think if you break it up, it adds the style to it. And as far as the first date, I think it depends on where you're going. Like that would be a good thing if you're going like to dinner and a movie, like something kind of like simple.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it would be a good for like a dinner date.
Dinner day. So you're wearing cheetah on dinner day. You're not wearing like cheetah or leopard on it to a walk in the park.
No, not really. If we're doing a walk in the park, I would want to
Uh,
be really comfortable. Like I'm not that person that if we're walking in the park and we're doing a picnic, I'm not wearing heels, so I'm coming straight with some cute flats. I'll even do like a real cute, maybe a bling tennis shoe or something like that. It just depends on the vibe of the person that I'm going on a date with too.
that you're going on. Okay, well, before we get all into that, I want to say congratulations on your show. Now, how do you feel now that everything is wrapped up?
Literally feels like a big weight. Like I said, I feel free. Like without the responsibility of like, okay, this is about to happen. I got to make sure this is in place. I got to make sure this is in place. And no matter how much you prepare, you always feel like, dang, I should have did this or I could have did that. So it just feels like a big weight is lifted.
A big weight. Now I know I interviewed you for the show as well. Okay, there's my other Rolly. You ready, Annie? So I want to know what was your favorite? What was your favorite part of the show?
Um, well, my favorite scene actually was that black and white scene. Like I said, literally. And actually, that scene came together because I was supposed to be in a show the Sunday before. That was going to be my first time actually presented in the show as a stylist. One of their designers dropped for whatever reason. So the coordinator reached out to me and asked me what I mind feeling and having a scene. So of course it was exciting because I'm like, oh, this is my first time going to be able to showcase in somebody else's runway besides mine. Well, that black and white look was what I was going to wear for that scene. And then for circumstances that were out of their control, they end up canceling their event. So I'm like, okay, dang, I have this look and I wanted to wear it. And then I thought about it. I'm like, I'll add it to my show. So that's why it was a limited amount of models in that scene, because I'm like, okay, I done changed scenes like 17 million times since we first started. So I'm like, I want to keep aggravating them, changing stuff. So I just reached out to the models that I already had stuff. I'm like, okay, I know this model. I already has stuff for them. And then the other models who I knew would be really flexible with me. So literally that scene came together on Wednesday, like the song, the scene, everything. Like I had never heard that song. That song is actually a line dance. I heard that when I went to Silks with Rob Johnson at his line dance class. And that was one of the line dances. And I'm like, wait a minute, that song go in my black and white outfit. And then as we sit there line dancing, I'm putting the scene together. So that scene came together like a few days before that show.
Now that's nice to hear how it actually got together. Well, Miss Ice, what's going on? How your week been?
Hey family, it's been awesome. I've just been getting ready for this show. I know, right? I got the camera up a little bit. You just can see a little here. Just a little.
You can be sexy, girl. You can be sexy. Everybody grown.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, would you wear animal print on a first date?
Okay. It depends. Okay. I'm more so of the look, not necessarily the print and or the style. I'm more so, is it a dress? Is it that see-through? Is it, bodycon? Is it, the summer dress? Is it flirty? So it would have to be the right animal print, and definitely so, because my take is on a first date, you want to be that good girl, semi nasty vibe.
Ooh.
Kind of like all the way nasty vibe, but good girl. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give it all the way. So
Okay.
that animal print is given. I'm that girl.
Okay, well, let's segue into our first point of the night. So I wanted to start with what is appropriate and what is appropriate when it comes to a date. Let's not so much the setting just yet, but what do you say is like, okay, no, this is too much, or no, this is not enough. So for me, I'll go on the side. So I'm always like a heel kind of person. I love heels. I try to wear heels I could go. And I hated when I was dating where the man wouldn't match my energy. They're showing up sweats or joggers, little these, and I'm like, okay, I got this tight dress on. I done put some eyeliner on, eyeshadow, and you look like we about to go basketball. I look like I'm about to sit down and have a nice dinner. That used to annoy my soul. So I used to was inappropriate on that end. Like, why do you want sweats and we're going out to dinner? Because that's mainly where like my first dates used to be before I got it used to be like dinner. So I think that's inappropriate for me, for the male side. So I just wanted to hit
I'm in agreement.
So Leah, what's your take?
Like I said, it depends on, of course, first date, you had a few conversations. So, and of course, everybody's representative is present. So you get a different vibe. I mean, you get a semi vibe of the person. So it just depends on the vibe that we get.
Mhm.
For a guy, like that's you saying they came in sweats and stuff. Like I think that's inappropriate. The first day, the 10th day, the third
Mhm.
sound like no effort was put forth. But
Mhm.
Because it
on a
was.
first date, it like I said, it depends on the person. I mean, you want to spice it up a little bit. You know, first date, first impression. You know, especially if you
Mhm.
say this going somewhere long term. So I would wear like if we're going to dinner or something, I would wear like a really cute dress, like you say. Now I will pull out a heel for something like that, comfortable. Of course, I'm gonna have my flats somewhere close by so my feet
Mhm.
be cute. But yeah,
Mhm.
first day you want to spice it up a little bit, and like Miss I said, you don't want to come and just okay, hey, this is everything, but you want to do something so they could be like, okay, you know, she can bring it, you know, nice, but not too much.
Mhm.
Don't want to come back for more.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
What about
Absolutely.
okay, so I saw this clip. I wish I would have saved the clip. I can't remember which one of you all sent. I think Leah, you sent it to me. So it was a guy, he was like on a podcast or a panel, and he was speaking about how women show up in costumes. And his costume was basically like you wearing a face full of makeup, you look like a clown, you're wearing a wig
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
weave, you have these fake
Mhm.
nails on, you got a push-up bra on, you got probably some butt padding on, you got heels to change your height. He was like, you're showing
Ooh.
my costume. And he was saying like he
Mhm.
didn't want almost to date a woman like that. He wants you to come like stripped to the bare bone. Let me see how
Mhm.
you are in your natural state. So
Absolutely. The real you.
what is your take on showing up like natural, bare face, no weave, no nails, no high
Mhm. Mhm.
heels, here I am,
Mhm.
come as I am.
Okay. See, that's a balance. It's a balance. See, first off, I personally
I do.
am the way I was brought up. My clique 12 fish, we grinded all day and then we cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? So I was always taught to never just always wear a full beat unless you're doing something like what we're doing now. It's appropriate for us to be beat. You know what I'm saying? It's appropriate for us to be glammed up because we're actually having a show that is going to carry forever. Now on a date, I feel like I'm about to be sexy. If I'm into you, I'm about to show you the goods, the boom booms and the bam bams, but not all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna leave something to the imagination. But yes, I'm gonna put on some lips. I'm not the one with the the eyelashes and you know a nice coat of foundation, especially if you're not like me. I have hyperpigmentation. So I'm
Mhm.
prone to wear makeup just because it makes me feel comfortable. But all the booty pads and all of that, I think that's more of a peer pressure thing. That most people think that that's the beauty standard when that's not the beauty standard. My take on a beauty standard is who are you when it is all off? And I get his take on that, but you don't want somebody like you said to show up in sweats. So you don't want that girl to just show up looking like what's her name, Kissy, off of Roots.
Leah,
So keep it cute.
what's your take on it?
Actually, I wholeheartedly agreed with him because, like, for a guy, they don't really have much to camouflage and hide. And then I
Mhm.
honestly don't think it's fair. Like most of the time, like this is me. Like even yesterday on the runway,
Beautiful.
I
Mhm.
didn't have time. I had time to put lip gloss on. I'm like, well, let me get out here and do whatever. But as you said, I've never been one. I don't want to wear makeup every single day because I don't want
Mhm.
the person when you see me. It's like, who is that? And I've had the
Mhm.
experience. I've been in my church now for like 24 years. So at this
Mhm.
point, I have been there for maybe like 10 or 15. So this was before the pandemic. So we're going to church every Sunday and Wednesday. So it's like a family. So we seen each other like
Mhm.
at least twice a week. So one day I'm shopping in the grocery store and I'm shopping. So somebody said, hey, Liz. And I don't have a poker face. So I turned around and I'm looking like, hey, how you doing? You know, just being
Mhm.
kind. And she said something, and I'm like, so I had to turn around. I'm like, oh my God, hey, I ain't seen you in forever.
Mhm.
But at this time, I think I had been in my church for maybe 10 or 15 years. I had never seen her without makeup. And when I say I did not recognize her.
It be like that.
So I'd rather for you to see me. Like yesterday, one of my coworkers was there, and I told her, when you come to the fashion show, that's going to be my sister, because we have a real relaxed dress code at work. We wear jeans and t-shirts. So we saw the makeup. She like, oh my. Well, I didn't have on makeup, but just my clothing changed. She was like, oh my God. So I'd rather get that reaction for when you see me in a different clothing or makeup versus when you see me without you looking like. So I get what that guy said, because you could take a lady home or meet her and you have this person with all the makeup and lashes, and then either if y'all do spend a night or whatever, you wake up and it's like it's a whole new person.
It's all on the counter. I mean, it's all on the nightstand. It's all on the bed. It's like that Fresh Prince show with Teach Campbell. That show so old, you already know that. When they were stuck in the basement or they were stuck somewhere, and then high, so I think she took her wig off, and he was like, "Oh, do you need help opening a can or something?" And he couldn't. He couldn't. Wait, she couldn't do it. So he was like, you do it. I can't do it either. She popped all her fingernails off and handed it to him. He was like, oh my God. He was like so ready to go, but it was so funny. She was literally taking,
taking herself off.
Yeah, she was taking everything off. Now, it's different. I see makeup like different ways. Like tonight, I think I filled in my eyebrows and I did a lip. A lot of times, so I it's a studio foundation, so it's a powder. So you're not pouring. So you just
oh my gosh.
You're just doing that to make it even. I like that. Now more for photo shoots and stuff. Give me like the full bead, so I don't have to wait on no day. So I'm ready to go with it. But I really do like it's from MAC. It's a studio. It's called Studio, and it's just a powder foundation. You literally just dust it on.
Put it on.
But even tonight, you still look. I mean, you said it. You can't tell that you have on makeup. Like you still look like yourself. Like it didn't
like Marchel'e.
Yeah, it didn't transform like what you look like. So if you was to wash your face off now, I mean, minus the color of your lips, I think you will still look like who you are.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
What guys are talking about where they see you without your makeup and you're like a totally different person. Like I have a family member, they dated somebody for a while, and I don't know how we got to the conversation, but she ended up telling me like for at least the first 6 months when they, dated, then when they got to spend the night with each other, she would wake up before them every morning to do her hair. I'm like, I'm too lazy for that. I'm like, if we get to that point and we're staying like to see me with my scarf, bonnet, or whatever else, I just.
But you keep it cute though. Yeah.
I'm glad I've never had that pressure, because that's too much
pressure.
That's
I mean, it's different. If you are caked, if you are artificial from your head to your toes, that is pressure. And if that's what that's what you present off top, then that's the standard that they're looking for all the time. And I feel like if that's what you present, then that's what you need to deliver.
Right. And
if I was delivering
you can't get mad if they say something when they see you otherwise. Like you said, that's what you're them to. So it's not fair to engage in the middle of the game. So I told him that video that he said it may have been a little harsh, but it's the honest truth. I think a lot of ladies don't believe in when guys say they like natural. And I think when they say natural, they don't want that full beat where it makes you look different. Marchel'e looks natural.
That's right.
Yeah, because
we all look the same.
I ain't going through all that. You gonna like me when I'm not. You gonna see
exactly.
If I really like you, gonna see me taking my braids out. Yes, this is what I look like. So okay, let's see what Letitia said. She said a little boob, not too much. I'm too heavy. A skirt or
I got a lot of boobs.
Nice shoes for the outfit, lipstick to match. I'm wearing my hair. Right. I feel like that too. I feel like you kind of want to look like self to some degree. You don't
Absolutely.
all over the top. So what are some looks for women that's like, oh my God, no, that's too much, it's too far. Why did you wear
Mm-hmm.
that? On a eat
The
or
see-through.
on a dinner date. I'll say
Mm-hmm.
the sheer looks that I see online. I always
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
wonder, are they doing this for the gram, or is this really what these people are wearing out? I'm talking about it's literally
Yeah.
sheer like a swimsuit cover up,
Yes.
thongs. I don't
No,
even
they
know
be outside.
they not even wearing pasties really anymore with it. I
They
feel
be
like
outside.
it's just too much. I think that's my like, okay, girl, sit down. That's what are you doing? It's too much.
For
Yeah.
free. You ain't getting paid, girlfriend. Come on, sit down. Put something on.
Yeah, yeah. Leah, what you think?
Yeah, I think that's definitely too far. And even past the
Mm-hmm.
first date, like I understand, once you establish you're in a relationship, married, or with your significant other. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if you want to still look nice, go out, spice it up a little bit, you're
Absolutely.
still human and stuff. So you're around people. So you want to have that look where like, okay, they can be proud to have you standing next to me.
Mm-hmm.
Even guys too. Just represent the person that you're with. Like, have pride in yourself and then have pride in them too. Like, because you both are
Mm-hmm.
reflecting each other. But yeah, the sheer and see through, I think that's definitely a bit too much.
Too much. Yeah.
A bit much. Now I want to
Yeah.
share a couple things. Miss I showed some things. I think they were for like dinner dates, right? And I thought these were
Yes.
like some good looks for like dinner dates. So
Mm-hmm.
since we're talking about dinner dates, and then I want to talk about, see, I want to get a little bit off subject a little bit. I also want to go into why we showing these dinner dates. Is a dinner date too much for a first date? Because now I've been seeing online where men are like, look, I'm not paying $200 for a dinner date. I'm trying to take you to a coffee shop, take you to an ice cream shop. I'm trying to just get to
Get to
know
know
you,
you. Mm-hmm.
break the bank. Because we know a lot of
Mm-hmm.
women have been said to just go out for the meal. So the men now
Mm-hmm.
hip to that. They want to now go
Mm-hmm.
for coffee. They want to go for like little ice
Mm-hmm.
cream. They want to meet at a
Mm-hmm.
coffee shop. They just want to do smaller things where the bill isn't going to be so extensive. So while we pull the looks up for the dinner day, Lee, I want you to start with, what do you think the men's take is on that? Do you think they're out of line for that? Like, no, take me to dinner, honey. Or it's like, no, they got to protect their pockets as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's too much to ask for. And then too, like nowadays, I think so many people, and I can't even just say the younger generation because, I've seen people of all ages, people try to imitate too much what they see online. So I think people forget, like, are you trying to date somebody for real to try to build a relationship, or are you trying to date to get content to post? And like Marchel'e mentioned, are you just dating or going on a date for a meal to see how much money you can get a gentleman to spend on you? And I think guys are smart. Like, we always say, well, men are, they're simple creatures, this and that or whatnot. But no, I fully agree. You have to protect your pockets as well. It's not fair to be used. Like, no one wants to be used. Just like as women,
Absolutely.
you don't want to be just used for your body. And, that should be one of our most precious things that we have possession of.
It is.
And they work hard. So their money, they work for that. If I was a guy, I wouldn't want to just throw my money away to somebody who's used me either. So I wouldn't be offended by that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think, Miss Ice?
Well, I'm a simple girl, but at the end of the day, I'm with Leah. Like, I'm special, and I am worthy of dinner. Now, it's limitations to that, because just because a man is taking you to the place don't mean you order the most expensive thing. Because I come from an era in the 90s where it's like, oh, if you order the lobster or the steak, then we having sex. Well, first off, sir, you want to go to heaven. You want to go my womb, the inside, where that diamond is, okay? That's heaven. Okay, that is literally heaven. You just created a human life. That's heaven. You want to go to heaven for a steak and a lobster? Boy, bye, first of all. But secondly, just because we're at a nice restaurant does not mean I have to go hammer. It's you still be reasonable, you be respectful, you be ladylike, and then on top of that, you don't order something that you can't pay for anyway.
About to say that. I was just about to say that.
Now, I'm not above a get to know you date. A get to know you date is the coffee shop, is the ice cream. That's not really a date. That's a get to know you. Hey, you want to hook up and meet. Now, that's not so formal. That's letting each other know, do we want to go a little deeper? And there's nothing wrong with the warm up date. I don't see anything wrong with that.
And actually, me personally, on first dates, I don't like dinner and movie dates, because to me, like you said, it's pressure. I want to go somewhere bowling or somewhere fun where we are more relaxed, and you get to see the person's personality. Because to me, when you sitting at a dinner table with someone, it's like pressure. What if you together with this person and the vibe isn't good, or I mean, for whatever reason you don't like them, so now you're stuck there. Hopefully, if you don't want to be rude, you got to get through a whole meal. And then I even if I don't like the person, I just can't see myself being rude. So, I would feel obligated, not from anything on their part, but just because of my character, to stay and, try to be and nice throughout the date. So
what I used to do? I used to test dudes. It's this one place, I forget what the name was called. It was right down on in University Circle. I cannot believe I forgot the name of it. But either way, certain restaurants don't have a price. So I would take, like, they say, oh baby, you want to go to dinner? Yeah, I want to Uptown Grill, because the owners, Brahid and Saeed. I used to work at the Rite Aid right next door, so they were my guys, right? Like that was my place. I loved going there. So I would take them, and they'd be like, "Baby, there's no price next to this and next to that." But what I would do, I would order an hors d'oeuvre, which I knew was like $20. You know what I mean? So I wasn't like trying to break the bank, but I wanted to see what their reaction was going to be to a restaurant that didn't have a price tag, and how they were going to respond to me within that.
Now that's good too when you do it that way. See, I like an appetizer. I like entree. Sometimes I get into a dessert, and when I was dating, I would be like, that's how I would eat out, and then I would be like, I don't want you to do that, because then they think that you're trying to get over on them. But it's this is how I really eat. So I would scale back sometimes just so I didn't make men feel like, oh, she just trying to come out and get lunch for work tomorrow. She trying to get breakfast, like that's what I do, but I get it, so I try not to. I always pull it back a little bit,
You're being
we'll just talk about that. Say that again, Leah.
I said what she was saying is you're being considerate of that person.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong. And I think,
if we're going on a date, first of all, to even get me to come outside, I have got to have some type of feeling for you. I'm not that. I'm different. Like, if I ain't got the hots for you, I'm not even really entertaining you. And then on top of that, if I can't build with you, first off, I mostly meet my people through business. You know what I mean? Because I'm looking to build, and I'm looking to see who's like-minded and your work ethic, the whole nine. Before we even entertain, can we be romantic? But I have, that saying, the girl knows if she wants to sleep with that guy within 5 seconds of meeting or seeing him. I believe in that. I really believe in that. So if them 5 seconds ain't happen, we not going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere.
Because I'm not that type. I'm not about to use you. If it ain't in the cards for me, it definitely ain't in the cards for you. Because if I'm not feeling you, I don't care how much you feeling me, it's not gonna happen.
It ain't happening. I know that's right. So then I want to get into what do you think the opposites want to see their date wear? So when you're going on a date, are you getting dressed for you, or are you getting dressed for him or her? You know, like, so I want to know, because a lot of times it's like, oh no, this makes me feel good, so I want to wear this. But is it like, oh no, he told me he loved my legs, so I'm wearing my legs out today, or I'm
Mm-hmm.
my whatever, da 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 da. So Leah, what's your take on it when it's time to date? You got your mind on him when you're getting dressed, or you're like, I'm wearing what look good on me. I'm wearing what I want to wear.
Mm-hmm.
I would say a mixture of both. Like, um, I go back to a relationship that I had that lasted like 5 years. So with him, like when we first started dating, because he was like a little older than me, and of course, you got the little butterflies and all that stuff. So I remember it was one time, it was Christmas, and
Mm-hmm.
we were doing this. We decided to do the gift exchange and stuff like that. Now he's not the type of person. He wasn't the type of person that was about to go try to listen to my conversation and try to go find the gift that I want. He was more the type of person. Okay, well, where you want to go, we gonna go buy it, and then he'll tell me what he want to make sure if it is what it is. So I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time when we were going shopping, and this was like the first, like I would say, like real relationship. Like I said, he was older or whatever. So like I say, he was like a bam bam. It wasn't like I had to read between the lines. Like, what do you mean? Even some stuff he would say turn my feelings. And then one day he was being mean, but he was just a direct person or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a one store. So I'm shopping again. Like I said, he's older than me by like 8 years. So I'm shopping, buying my little cute bubble coat and stuff. And I remember he was buying it. So we walked to the counter. So I felt his energy kind of shift a little bit. So I don't know if I asked him or something, but he like, well, you don't want to get something a little more. I think he used the word grown or mature. So the first response was to turn around, like, first of all, who you talking to? But then I had to bring it in. And I'm like, well, I like this or whatever. But I did end up, I'm like, well, I'll get this, but can I get that one too? I'll pick out one that you said you like, but I still like that. So he ended up getting both of them for me. But then after that, I'm like, okay, he like more mature, look or whatever. So I will say, I do consider, because it wasn't like he was like, well, you're not wearing this and you about to put this on. But he did let his opinion be known, and he didn't do it in a dog way. So I'm like, okay, I will consider, when I am out with him. So yeah, I will say that I do take their thoughts into consideration, long as it ain't something where they try to control, like, okay, I'm about to get or whatever. So in a mutual healthy situation, yeah, I will take what they say or take into consideration.
Ms. Ice?
Okay, on the first date, I'm really dressing for me, but I'm a real girly girl and a feminine person anyway. So I'm going to like go for what I feel is appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Because every day I don't feel like a print. Every day I don't feel like something short. So every day I don't feel like a body kind. It's just how I'm feeling, my whole vibe within myself. Like my hair. Every day my hair is not hairing. Okay. It might not decide it wants to lay down. So I might end up having to throw on a wig, or I might have to end up doing something else, So it's about me first, because I have to be comfortable, because if I'm not comfortable, I'm not going to be cute. And that's just on period. I don't care who you are. If you're not comfortable, if your feet hurt, you're not cute, because you're not giving off cute vibes, because you're not feeling cute vibes within yourself. So that's first and foremost. I'm always very cute, very feminine, because when I'm around that Mandingo warrior, I want to feel like
Yeah, and I think like we get dressed for ourselves, but I think we get a compliment from a man. You know what I mean? Like I always say, like, "Ooh, you got real sexy legs. You got legs." So I was let me wear my legs out. Then he'd be like, "Make sure they shining." Like, God, shine. I gotta put on. I gotta go find some Vaseline.
You better put on some
lotion. Besides,
I have a memory of my mommy and one of her beautiful young men that she had dated, and they had came in from a date, and she had on these leather pants. They was fitted, because my mom got hips and dips, and she had on a nice cute top. And I remember we was listening to the music, and they had just came in, and she was bending over, showing off them hips. You know what I'm saying? So we want to feel that, like, you see me, boy, you see me. Yeah, look at me. You know, I want you to look at me. I want you to see me in all my feminine glory. I want that energy. I want to feel you to feel my vibe, and I want to tap into your vibe. So I'm all the way here for it. Now, my heel days, I'm not gonna say they over, but those are reserved for in the air.
I know that's right, sis. I used to hate when I be getting all the way down up, and then 2 seconds later the shit on the floor. I'd be like, look at it. Listen, I want to look at it a little bit longer. So wait a minute. Like, let's get into it. But I'm all for wearing whoever you're going out on a date with, whatever is appeasing to them, if it's within what I already want. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's this thing with the gray sweatpants. The sweatpants were for the men. So maybe he wanted you to see that print.
I don't want to see no gray sweatpants.
I'm just saying, so maybe that's what it was. He wanted to impress you with the sweatpants. They say the sweatpants got a whole vibe, life to themselves.
Girl, I be seeing it. That ain't my vibe. That don't.
It took a minute to realize what people was talking about. Because, I'm like, well, what are you guys talking about? I remember one of my male friends, he posted something about the gray sweatpants. So I'm like, I'm going to ask him on his story. I'm going to ask him. So I say, so what's the deal with the gray sweatpants? He just going to send me back to side eye like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, oh, I said, okay, well, I'm glad I didn't ask you that on your public page or whatever. But, I get it. Like, the memes and jokes be funny, but like she said, I mean, I don't know. I never really got into it all like that.
Yeah,
I've seen one. I had a art exhibit, and one of my crushes. He's still one of my crushes to this day. He showed up in a full gray sweat, and I promise you, I'd like to lost my mind. Still to this day.
Okay, so let's talk about what we like to see our men in. So I'm like a grown look. I feel like first men, please, your pants need to be tailored. Okay, stop trying to wear everything off the rack. Everybody's body is not off the rack. I hate to see this much drag in the floor.
Oh my God.
I do like a little bit of sock, like when you sit down. I'm definitely like the Oxford kind of shoe. You got to have some sort of, I like the chino pants, the Oxford, like some sort of printed sock, I like layered, look, like mix some pattern or something. I'm for the grown man. You ain't always got to be in no tie, button down it. But I think men's physique is just as important, like as a women's physique. Like for a man, if your body is nice and trim and toned, you look in a V-neck, with a nice belt, with some nice little Oxford shoes on or something. It's like, oh, okay, I see you. I don't want to see no sweatpants or no hoodie unless we running or we
together.
We doing something athletic. But that's like my go-to for man's look.
What's a chino pants?
They're not denim, they're not jeans, but they're not slacks, but they're like a thicker slacks, kind of like like a khaki kind of pants.
Okay.
Let me see if I could I'll just pull something up really quickly.
Well, I know something where you could go. The look that you described, it's this comedian. I love him as a comedian, but I said, Lord, that man need to be my husband. The first time when I saw him perform, we was this is how cute this man is. So you know how when you go to the improv and stuff, when the comedians come out, like it's dark. So I see this man's silhouette, and I'm like, Lord, that need to be my husband. I didn't know what he looked like. I didn't know anything. It was just his presence. I can't even describe it. And then when he walked on that stage, oh my God, he had on the suit pant. Well, it wasn't a suit, but he had on slacks, a jacket. He had on a tie, and then he had on like a the fedora hats that guys be wearing.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was sit perfectly on his head. I don't even like
Mm.
tattoos. He turned and the light hit his lineup that was crisp, and it was a tattoo right
Ooh.
here. I said, Lord, I will propose to this man tonight.
Right. Yeah, that's
It
good.
was so well put together. Like it took
Mm-hmm.
like 10 minutes to hear a joke that he said because I was just like,
Just
this
yeah.
he is unreal. But and then on top
You
of that,
under the
his jokes was hilarious. But I call him the
wow.
great comedian because every time I've seen him perform,
Who
that's
is it?
his name is Bo Dacious, last name Dacious on Instagram. Like if you
Okay.
click on his page, like I remember I went to one show and he had on like I love denim. That's my favorite look.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
On like a denim suit. And I'm like,
I
it just
like a denim suit.
yes, he
Mm-hmm.
time he performs, I've never seen him not dressed to the nines on his when he performs. So he's a perfect example of what you described, Marchel'e.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
like it. I
Awesome.
like Miss Ice. Did you get to see like the chino pants? Did you see
I
what I was
saw
showing?
them. I saw them.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Nice.
And basically, that's kind of how I like you to look at the bottom. It's kind of like almost business casual, but
Yeah.
I'm into like a man with a suit too. But it all depends. So
Mm-hmm.
let's get into the consideration of the event. I've
Mm.
seen people where it's almost like, did y'all know y'all was going to the same place?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Did
That
y'all
is not when they're mixed, like not matching. You do the
yeah,
like at each other in the parking lot, like, okay, let's walk in here together.
right. Did y'all talk about where you all was going? Did he just pick you up
Mm-hmm.
on the corner? Like I always feel like I not saying like a first date. I don't think that y'all gonna get to that point, but I do think you need to consider where you're going and your audience. I feel like now
Absolutely.
women
Mm-hmm.
bring their lingerie outdoors. I also
Yeah.
feel it is so funny that I'm like that little lace bodysuit that look just like a lingerie piece, but go off, sis. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Um, so I do think of the place where you're going. You know, sometimes a nice graphic tee and denim pants or denim shorts with heels
Mm-hmm.
are good, or like in your show, Leah, like I like that like track suit sometimes with heels for girls. You do a little
Oh
crop
yeah.
or
Cute.
something. That's nice too.
Mm-hmm.
So consider definitely consider the event, talk about it. And if you do feel comfortable with
Mm-hmm.
out with, just ask them like, hey, what are you wearing? I know it could be awkward for the first conversation or the first date, but I think they might still say, oh, hey, I'm wearing this. But I say it's definitely on top of the list to consider where you're going. Even if you're going
Mm-hmm.
off, sometimes they might want to take you for
Yeah.
drinks first and then to
Mm-hmm.
a
Mm-hmm.
play and then out for dessert someplace else. So you need to look like you're going to all those places with just that one look on.
Mm-hmm.
Consider your event whenever you're going out on a date. Do you consider the place when you're getting dressed?
Oh, absolutely. That makes a big difference. Like you don't want to come somewhere overdressed and
Mm-hmm.
feel out of place, and then you don't want to go somewhere where you come, like you say, jeans and maybe some flats or something, and then everybody else is dressed up. So that definitely is very important to know when
Mm-hmm.
getting.
Ms. I, sorry. Ms. I.
No, it's okay. Definitely you need to consider where you're going and how you're gonna feel throughout the day. Me personally, if it's one of those type of dates, you might even have a bag. You know what I'm saying? You might want to switch it up. That's why I love a good dress. You might want to change dresses. You might want to throw on some leggings or layer up so that you can progress throughout the day. So you definitely and then it seems you said it seems awkward, but you and I have had these conversations, Marchel'e, like, okay, when we're going somewhere, I like to look like we're going the same place. And I think that's, very you have to be transparent. If this is somebody that you're going, you really want to get to know and you want to evolve with, then you're gonna have to have it's the first everything. And I think that's so cute and so beautiful because it's like getting to know you, and you want to be able to have those conversations. And if you can't have those conversations, then I don't know how the future is going to look, because are you going to be hiding things? Are you not going to say what's on your mind? And at this stage of the game, especially for me, I know what I like and I know what I want. And I'm not about to sit here and try to appease you and make myself be uncomfortable. I want us all to be most comfortable, but outside of me, there's no one else.
I know that's right. I think the same thing when you're going out with girlfriends. I feel like I know everybody has their own personal style, but baby, you can't be in a prom dress and I got on jeans and a blazer, and you got on you about to go on the pole. Can we all kind of like we're going to the same place, just a little bit? Be you, sis. Be you. To semi look like we going to the same place. So do morals play a part in what you wear, Leah? You're getting dressed.
Definitely. And again, like I said, especially on the first date, I think that first date sets the tone. So, like you said, if you go out and with a see-through bodysuit and all that, now you may be the most wholesome person in the world, and you may not have on your mind, but I mean, we all grown. Let's be honest. Unless you're 12 and under, you already know men are visual creatures. So I hate I see a woman like, and again, I'm not saying because you dress like that, that's your personality or that's what you are. But we see movies, we hear how men talk, so we know that first impressions, or before you say anything, people see what you have on. So presenting like that, and not saying that they have a right to expect anything from you, but just keep in mind, you know who you are. This person to know you. So let's say that every girl that they've seen dressed like that or carry themselves like that, they knew they was gonna get her, or they have gotten her on the first date, or they boys tell, hey, so and so, we did this ABC to her. Or every girl they see, they dress like that, and then here you come, you totally opposite of what the females are talking about, but you look like them females, so they don't know you. Be careful of what you're presenting and how you're presenting yourself until they get to know you. Then they may know, hey, she's this type of person, but she just likes to express herself in this way, sometimes. On the first date, I would just say, just present the real you, who you are at all times, because we all have time. On the runway, I love a little more edgy stuff than what I would normally do every day, but you just got to be careful because you set the tone, basically, of what they're going to expect. So.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Miss Ice?
Absolutely. I don't want to look, unless we're going to church, I'm not trying to look like I'm going to church on that first date. Like I said, that good girl with that nasty freak vibe. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that feeling. I love the imagination, because I'm not putting it all out there, but I'm letting you know it's here.
Right.
You see it, and that's it. I've heard this thing like, you don't have to do all of that. A real man knows what he sees. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put it all outside. Yeah, that's are we going to church? That's the are we going to church dress. Now it's cute. Yeah, you're going to church, it's fitted, but it's got that flare, you fully covered. But is that what you want to have on your first date? You know what I'm saying? It's possible. Yeah, but in my opinion, I want to zhuzh it up just a little bit more than that. And then that's the see-through. That's where we going. Like, are we going to the stripper club? Are you going to go swing on that pole, girlfriend? What we doing? So
is that a date? Going to a strip club? Is a strip club a date?
It could be. It just all depends on who you are and what y'all into. That would be if we're going to the strip club on the first date, then yeah. But truthfully, honestly, I think that's a little further along the line. Like, okay, now you know me. I express myself through my clothing. I'm a sexy girl. Boom. Hear me roar,
And then, Marchel'e, like piggybacking off what you said about when you go out, not just on dates, but with your friends. Like, I always use that example when we went out, when I was doing an event in 21, where it was me, you, it was like 4 of us. And I always tell you, each person had their own look. Like, none of us looked alike. But the one thing we had in common was confidence. We
Yeah.
went to 3 or 4 different places, and each place we went, there were at least 1 or 2 ladies that came up to us just out of the blue and
Oh
just was
yeah.
like, and like I hadn't been out in a while, so I'm like, the first time I'm like, oh, okay, but every place we went, a different people. We were just interacting, we weren't trying to catch attention or nothing like that. We were just interacting with each other, and like sometimes people came up to us and just complimented us. So like I said, it is a vibe when you going out with different people. But for that night, I think the confidence thing was what caught the attention of people.
And it take a lot for women to compliment other women. I really wish we did more of that. I really hate how women feel like they can't do that. I know when I'm in like DC, like the Maryland, like the DMV area, those women will compliment you, but in Cleveland, it's like they stare at you, 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 stare at you. No, you look good, but will not say it. So it's like when you do hear it, like, oh, okay.
Right.
Thank you. And I know they do a lot of complimenting too. But I wish we as women did that a little bit more. Just compliment your sister.
I'm a big complimenter. Yeah, I'm a big complimenter because I think that's a generational curse. And I think that, no, I don't think that. It comes down from the Willie Lynch syndrome. We're going to turn the light against the dark. We're going to turn the men against the women, the young against the old. And we're just going to have everybody at odds, especially us melanated, beautiful queens, So I'm a big everything in that Willie Lynch letter, I do my best to do the opposite. I aspire to be that phenomenon that breaks those curses. So I'm always looking at, hey, oh, that's so cute. I love your dress. I love your earrings, whatever it is, to compliment, because it takes nothing away from me. And I'm not looking for you to say anything. I'm trying, honey, I could be looking like Buckwheat, or I could be looking like Vanna, or not Vanna, wasn't a Kiki Shepherd, you know what I'm saying? So whichever way it goes, first it starts within with that confidence, but then it comes out and you bring it into this realm and you go ahead and you be that change agent. Not a little bit more. We need a lot of that, because we are trained to be pitted against one another. So it's very important that, we start smiling at one another. We start saying, hey, sis, how's it going? And really just checking in with each other and showering each other with love. Even if it's not returned. Now, yeah, I'll be like, oh, in my voice if they don't say nothing. But sometimes people don't even know how to respond to that.
Exactly. And then you never know how a compliment can just brighten somebody's day. Like, and it doesn't hurt. Oh, your shoe, like this lady today, I forget where I was coming from some store, but she walked past. Her shoes were so adorable. She had on the heel, but around the heel were like pearls. Yeah,
I love those type of shoes.
It's so adorable. When I spoke to her and said it, she turned around, her whole face just lit up. So yeah, you never know what people are going through, or compliment can just brighten their whole day.
Yeah. And another thing with the complimenting, when you ask somebody how they're doing, like really wait on a response. Like I know people kind of use how you doing as hi nowadays. Yeah. But I'm like, if you're gonna ask me how I'm doing, can you at least wait until I respond? I'm not saying that I'm gonna go way deep down in the gutter about really what I'm going through. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll be like, how you doing? Peel me, keep going. How you doing? Give me a second to respond to you. So we're gonna start in, and we're gonna be waiting on a really like how you doing, okay?
That check in.
Let's read one of these comments. I've been popping them up. We've been reading them on our own. So this comment here, I prefer a first date to be lightly casual. It takes the immediate pressure off. No one is trying too hard and allows for more dressiness later on in a more formal setting.
I fully agree with that.
Yeah. Take the pressure off the day. They're supposed to be fun. And nowadays it's like clubbing where you gotta have $20,000 to go out and have a good night. When I was going out, I needed $10 to get in, and I was trying to get in when it was 11, when it was free before 11. Honey.
Okay. Free. So I mean, all the tips we're giving, I honestly think people don't know how to date nowadays. Like,
I'm in agreement.
You can't get to how you dress until you get to the part where how do you date? Like some I hear, I listen to people, especially I'm not in the salon anymore, but when I used to be in the salon, just listening, even just not my clients in the salon, and I'm like, Lord, I say, Lord, I guess I'm gonna be single till you come back, because some of the stuff they say they do that's going on, I'm like, date?
I
Like,
don't even want to.
so I think people don't know how to date. Like,
I'm in agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you
I
have
know
people,
me. Go ahead.
or you have people who date where, okay, dating, you should be dating. It could be multiple people, or it could just be that one. I'm just gonna say the person who want the multiple. And then you have some men or women who want to just date one person exclusively, and not saying that you can't, but when you're dating exclusively, they like, okay, I'm gonna try to put all of this into this one person, and because I don't want to spend money on 5 or 6 people, but you're not really giving it too much of a chance or opportunity.
I just, like I said, you just have to know why you're dating. Like, are you dating? Okay, I'll be bored on Friday. Let me have a team, a roster, or something to pull from. Or are you really dating because, okay, I want to settle down, so let me find somebody to know. So even if you do date multiple, like, what's your end goal? Or again, are you just, you want to have something to do every Friday, so you want to have a roster? I think that should be an important thing. You should know what your end goal is or whatever.
Absolutely. The why. Why am I dating?
Yeah, I mean, you waste your time if you know this person is looking for a husband or this person looking for a wife, or at least a long term something, and then you just like, okay, I just need you to be around on Tuesday Wednesday or her on Thursday. That's not fair, because this person they thinking and you just like, whatever. I get
you
back to
bopping out here. Your date card is full. Not necessarily bopping, because bopping is a little different. That's you bopping if it's okay, I just want something to do. Then you a bopper. But if you are just, you know what I'm saying? If you are really just truly looking to see who that person is that you want to spend more time with, then I don't think there's anything wrong with having a date card that's full, because each person has that potential. But if that person don't have any potential, in my opinion, I'm just not even about to do it. I'm not.
And that's the thing. If you know you don't like, that's my thing. If you know you don't like this person, like even if you want to get married within the next year, that's your goal. But if you really like this person and you don't see a future, I think it's fair to cut them off, because if they like you, you don't like them. That I just don't think that's a fair situation.
Stringing somebody along is not right.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Now I see that rack. Are you about to show? Are you gonna show us some looks, or am I like?
You have some stuff, because I didn't know how you wanted to have it flow.
This is the show and tell, baby. The floor is yours. What you got?
Okay. So these are let's see. So these are just a little first date things that I had. Like, this is just like a cute little dress. You see it's form fitting or whatever. It's actually something that for a client too. They have a gala to go to. It's not a date, but it's a thing. And then this is but she liked the cover. So this just looked a little yellow just to cover the top of her. So again, gonna show a little, but still leave something to the imagination. So just something she can wear like a flat or a heel with it, because she's going to be sitting at like a dinner gala. That's what that is.
That's a cute brunch look. I like that for a brunch look. I like that for like day look. I mean, I would still wear it at night too. It's kind of a versatile look. I like that first one.
It's the same thing, because the dinner that she's going to is color coordinated, so she got 2 options. So these are just cute pants that tie in the front.
Okay.
This print has been popular, that bubble, whatever.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Cute little top for her to wear, and then
that's cute.
One of those too.
Yeah, but so I was just gonna get her like some blue shoes to match with it. Again, like I say, this can be something on the first day. It's a little dressy, but it's not too dressy. And then, like I say, I like to be casual. So these are like leggings.
Oh,
like
I
that.
love them.
Oh, that's nice.
Now I'm a see. Yeah, that's sexy.
Two, this is just like a crop, like a hoodie or whatever. So you can still wear go with it, and I would have on like some type of cami or something under it because I wouldn't want my stomach to be showing. But I think I've had like a heel to go with this and a pair of like flats, or if it's like a little colder, like the little like the combat boot that's a little dressy and something. So just to still be comfortable.
That would be cute. That would be cute too. With a gaudy necklace on top of the hoodie. I like that. Nice little gaudy necklace would look good on top of that.
And I want to do non-traditional. People think of hoodies and stuff. They only think of tennis shoes and stuff like that. But and that's what Marchel'e was talking about at the beginning. It's how you styled it. Like she said, put something off the rack, but you can style it and look totally different from everybody else that buys it. So I think that's actually that's helpful. And like you always say, maximizing your wardrobe. You know, try to push your looks up different ways. So that's, like I say, those first two are actually for somebody that's going to an event on Friday, and then that hoodie and those leggings, that's something I got. And then I don't go nowhere, y'all. So I don't know. I just be collecting stuff just to have, just in case.
Girl, you better get understand. So one of my last like wrap up question is, I want to start with, and I'm gonna go last. I want to start with, what is the formula for creating a great first date look? Like, walk me through it. Like, soon as he say, "Baby, we going out. Be ready at 6 o'clock." Leah, walk me through what's running through your mind.
So first, I'm gonna consider how our interaction has been up until this point. And like you said, if it's somebody that I'm going on a date with and I already established, okay, it's something about them that I like, that I want to get to know. So I'm probably recalling something in a conversation that we've had or something like that. So depending on where we're going, and how long we're going to be out, most likely I would, like I said, try to recall something we've talked about. So I would try to dress around that, dress comfortable, but still take into consideration. And we talked, and he happened to say that he did like animal print or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna probably put on a cute jean and probably a white top or something, but then I'll probably accessorize with like some type of animal print earring or something like that. And I will start off with a heel, but I always, if I'm going out, no matter where I'm at, if I'm wearing heels, I always try to have a cute flat that still matches the look that it's, especially now that we're in the fall. I love fall season because you can layer it up with jackets, sweaters, and stuff like that. So depending on where we're going, like if it happens to be a dinner date or something, I would try to incorporate something that I've heard in conversation with them. But then I'm going to dress comfortable. So probably the jeans, the white top, and then just use my accessories to incorporate something that he likes so that I can still be comfortable.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm all about luxuriating. First off, it depends on what time you're talking about, boy. I like to really, I'm glamorous. Like I'm a super diva. Like I don't show it all the time, but I really, really am. And when I used to just go out, even with my cousins, because those are the main people I would go out with, I would always be like the last one ready, because it's a whole vibe and it's a whole day with me. Like I'm treating myself to my breakfast. I got my coffee. I'm getting ready. I got my brunch, my lunch, what have you. I got my clothes going. Prayerfully, it's not one of those moments where I'm looking for something that I really want to wear and now I'm going through stuff. Or I might just take myself shopping, but that's not really a good thing with me because I like it all. So 9 out of 10 is gonna be something in the house that I'm like, yeah, she gonna be ready, and then I'm gonna luxuriate. You know what I mean? It's about the lotion. You know, it's like Mariah said, I'm lotion, baby. You know, so it's about really just sexing yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Getting your own sexy going. And if I'm feeling sexy, then that's what it is, you know. And I'm all about, I really like the way different clothes feel. I'm one of those poly spandex type of people who like it'll fit right in the right places and let go. So 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be something like the material that I have on, maybe not necessarily that dress, but that's what it is. Where we going? I'm gonna sex it up for myself. So if I'm sexy for me, baby, I can't help but to be sexy for you.
I know that. Now you done had a whole day event, girl. It ain't no whole day event. I'm going through my day and I'm looking at the clock like, okay, is it time? But dating is
Mm-hmm.
fun, dating is still fun with, date with my husband now too. But me,
Absolutely.
I always was like, I always wanted to be sexy, or I always wanted
Mm-hmm.
to hear like soon as you see me, be like, wow,
Whoa. Mm-hmm.
you're looking good kind of thing. So like I said, normally light makeup, I'm never putting on like
Yeah.
no, I ain't got that kind of time and I don't feel like all of that, but definitely my hair gonna be done. Nails don't have to be
Mm-hmm.
on or off, but not like chipped and one fingernail off.
They got to be clear. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly like that. But yeah, take my time. I probably already be thinking about what I want to wear before I wear it, and I'm gonna try
Mm-hmm.
person anyway before I go anywhere. My looks. I'm already putting it on ahead of time just so I can see what I look like.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be prepared. I don't like the day of running around. I like it looking at
Mm-hmm.
me up on the valet ride. And they're like, "It's almost time, baby. It's almost showtime. It's almost time for you to put it
Mm-hmm.
on." That's kind of like how my thing is. So my last
Mm-hmm.
one last question. So I've been seeing on social media, and I don't know if social media, if this is true or if they just do things to kind of like get conversation going. Now I hear women are asking for money to get prepared for the date and requiring them to date. Meaning they're like, okay, you got to get my hair done, you got to get my nails done, you got to send me to get a makeup art. I need an outfit, and in addition to, the man still paying for the meal or wherever they go out to eat, however they're being entertained. So that's my last question. So Leah, tell me, what's your take on that?
I I didn't know that was a thing, but I think it's ridiculous. I mean, I think they're doing that for to have stuff to post on social media because I honestly can't see. Well, I can't see myself. Okay, if he already asked me on a date, I'm assuming that he's paying. Now, when I do go on dates, I'm gonna make sure I have enough money just in case. You never know what's gonna happen or whatever, even if the vibe is good. So if he's asking,
Mm-hmm.
assuming that he's paying, I can't even see myself asking, okay, can you get my hair and nails and like it's no, you're dating. And to me personally, you're not at his responsibility yet. Like you're not his wife, you're not his girlfriend. Why would you
Mm-hmm.
do that? I'm hoping that they're just doing it for social media.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
personally, I just couldn't see myself asking for all of that just to go on a date with me. Um, I think that's ridiculous if that's what's going on.
That is
Yeah.
ridiculous. Miss Ice, what's your take on it?
Well, it's a double-edged sword for me. So as a boy mom, it's totally ridiculous. I'm gonna go back to my heyday in the 90s when I was dating before I got married. Um, the men back then was built different. Like they was cake daddies, or that's what I drew. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibes that I was putting out and getting in. So it was a lot of times where they be like, "Oh, baby, you want to go kick it? Boom, here's this. Go do whatever you want to do, or it's shop time." You know what I'm saying? So he gonna take me shopping before we go on a date anyway, or he gonna put it in my hand. So and if
So
he's not put in my hand, then I already have my stuff together so I can go. But to demand that, if you're not like, if that's not like your OnlyFans, I guess, because I'm really not on OnlyFans. But if you're not in the strip club or what have you, and you're not prostituting yourself out, then I don't see a need to be telling nobody I need this, and this. And then I'm not mad because it's setting a standard on top of it. Can you fulfill these needs? So it's a double-edged sword. But me personally, you know, I you're gonna put it in my hand regardless. And then if I'm attracted to you like that anyway, I'm gonna put it on regardless. I'm not gonna make you go through them hula hoops. I'm gonna see where it goes. And then if you don't go through them hula hoops, like I'm not even really wanting hula hoops. If you're just not going to treat me and cake me and me cake you back and all that stuff, I don't see the point.
Then you don't see the point. You'll see the point.
But what you said is true. Like, if they like you, like I said, I've never asked anybody for anything, but in the relationship that I've been in, like you said, the gentleman that I gave the example of, he was like, okay, we're going to take you shopping. And I knew he wasn't the type of person that splurged or spent money. So when he did that, I'm like, okay, he really does. Like I say, we had been knowing each other for a while, and I pay attention to stuff, especially if I see a future.
Yeah.
So for him to do that, I know that he's seen a value in me. I just look at my past relationships. I've never had to ask for anything. Now, I'm not saying I had people relationships where they were just calling me showering me with money. But if they seen they've offered, I've never asked, but I've never felt that they had to do it. So whenever they did do it, I felt, I appreciated it, because like nowadays, like I was talking about, I just don't think it's fair to think somebody owes you that just in the dating first few dating stages. Like, as a man, he broke if that's what he had to do, and he did that for every person or whatever. I just think some of the stuff people put out online is just ridiculous, and I think that's why a lot of people are not dated or are not in relationships, because if that's what they're using, then
they're not using much. And they be going cash out for their money, for their number. Oh, you want my phone number? You're gonna have to cash at me.
Oh wow, I feel so out the loop. That's ridiculous.
Girl, that's past ridiculous these days. They've got control. Like I said, I don't know how much of it's true or not, but it's just ridiculous. All right, well, that's the shows for tonight. So we were talking about what to wear on the first date. We kind of went from top to bottom, left to right. We done went all kind of
cover.
Yeah, we done went all kind of
covered the whole gamut.
Yeah, so take your time dating, take your time to get to know somebody, be impressed when you go out. You want to make a good impression. When you're stepping out, that first date, people are going to remember that. So I think, keeping all that in mind. And then I think, second, third date, like keep in mind what he told you he liked from the first date. So he'd be like, oh, she listened. Oh, she saw this. I remember about Dwayne. It was really impressive. Like he remembered what I wore on the first date for a long time. I don't think he remembers now. Probably I'm gonna have to ask him, but he remembered what I wore on the first date for a really long time. So I think, like I say, being impressionable for who you're with, I think it makes a good point. And I think they just want something that look good. Like you say, men are visual. Give them something good with it. Yeah. Okay. So Leah, tell everybody where to find you and give them your final thoughts.
Hey, so you can follow on Instagram. I have a page for my modeling events, Leah, LLEAUH. And then I also have a page for our styling team, HTZ_styling team. And then on Facebook, we have our networking group, the Ohio Beauty and Fashion Networking Group. And we post our stuff there. And there's also a place where you can post your events and businesses too. My final take on this is just if you're dating with a purpose, then just remember how you start. It's going to set the foundation to how things are going to go. So if you just say, if you a modest person or whatever, like myself, and I know, okay, I like this guy, but I know he like girls that show all their cleavage, or he like the girls with the BBLs. And I go out because I really like this guy, and I go on a date with all this showing and find me the pads and stuff like that. And I go on a date and I get him, and we go on the date. And then after about 3 or 4 days, I'm like, okay, I got him. Let me strip down. Then he get mad because now I'm back to my original self. And then I get like, I don't understand. Like, what do you expect? So just be realistic with yourself and I guess your goals in dating. I don't know
Mhm.
the best policy because it's easy. Like when you lie or when you start off under false pretense,
Mhm.
it's too much pressure to remember. And like I said, my memory is horrible. So I just have to be myself because if I try to start off something else, I'm gonna forget by date 3. And then he gonna be looking like who have I been dealing with all this time? So
Mhm. Mhm.
start your foundation in the way that you want the situation to continue to go.
Amen. I'm in agreement.
Well, thank you. Until next time.
Mhm.
Toodaloo. Okay, Miss Ice, what you got for us?
Okay, well, I just have had so much fun. I really enjoyed being actually able to fit into my leopard.
Girl, you look sexy
Is this
tonight.
leopard, cheetah? What is this? Yeah, the Harris herring, all that. So this not. I wouldn't do this part, but like if it was like a swoop neck, that would be my print. But anyway, um, yeah, definitely. I'm with Leah. Set the bar where you can maintain it. Don't go all the way around the rainbow and then thinking that you're gonna come back and then be like whoop de whoop and he gonna be like okay, because that's not cool. You done hoodwinked the brother to bring him in. Now you somebody else. So be who you are, have fun, deal with the butterflies, embrace them, and just be you and be awesome. In the words of Mike Berry. But I'm all about the hots. Because if we
Mhm.
going on a date, I obviously have the hots. So make sure that you're feeling yourself, and that's number one. If you feeling yourself like Toya say, "Ooh, there goes my shirt all over my head." Oh, if
You're
you
mine.
can't feel you like that, ooh, feel
Mhm.
yourself like that, and
You
then
better go.
carry that throughout your life and your date, then you can't go wrong. So yes, first off, it's the first day of breast cancer awareness. I am coming out with my Pretty in Pink line, and I would like to go over a little bit of that maybe next week. I don't want to show anything today. I'm going to start with my commercials. So you can follow me at Iced Out Productions 1, as well as Custom Designs by Ice. And that's where you will find the Pretty in Pink um, launch my first collection. So I'm
Nice.
so excited about that. Yes. And it will
Yeah.
be evolving as the months go by. And it's going to be a Stockholm because my grandmother is a breast cancer and a cancer survivor. I'm a breast cancer scare survivor. And, we have to take care of ourselves. And if we're not supporting each other and we don't have anything to believe in, then all hope is gone. So Pretty in Pink, it's here to stay. It is my one of my steadfast collections, and each one teach one. It's
Each one.
Ice, baby.
It's Ice
Thank
Baby.
you, thank you, thank you, baby.
Thank you, honey. Toodaloo. Okay, guys. So this has been Formula EOSBM. We trying to get y'all a man, honey. We're trying to get you ready for your date. We are in Cleveland. We're getting ready to go home, but I still just love you all so much that I wanted to make sure we did our show tonight. So, in recap, be yourself, but be impressionable. Take into consideration what the person who you're going out on a date with, what they want to see you in, what they want to see you wear. Take into consideration your event. Make sure you're paying attention while you're out on that date. And remember, it's a lifestyle. They're always watching. So remember to give them something good to look at, baby. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's get ready for this live chat. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe right now. Come on.